Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Bourbon Brothers. I'm Cocktail Kevin here with my good friend
Straight Up Kelly.
and we are knocking them out of the park. We have ran into some great bourbon flavors here recently. Kelly's picked up more than we can even share on camera, but you guys will be catching them each and every week. So remember to tune in. This week, Kelly's brought a real special guest, blessed by rabbis, believe it or not. Our Jewish friends, they've blessed a bottle of bourbon, believe it or not, a Buffalo Trace, which I've had the pleasure of visiting recently. I went out and met with some of the guys out there and the staff. Hopefully get something coming real soon. But we've got a great selection of the Buffalo Trace lined up for the next few weeks. I'm super excited. Kelly's super excited to share some of these with me as he's had them before. Some of these are new to me, some of these are new to him, but we'll go over all that. But today you brought Buffalo Trace Kosher.
This was this was a good find right here, obviously. But yeah, Buffalo Trace Kosher only comes out once a year in the springtime.
The spring, yeah, that's what I've read.
So I was
Highly sought after, guys.
Yep, I was lucky enough to come across a bottle of this. Distilled at Buffalo Trace Distillery. Comes in at 94 proof. 7 year age from the information that we looked at. And
That's good. Between 7 and 12, that's a good.
yeah. Well, and this is the wheat recipe, and I'm really fond of wheated bourbons, one of my favorites.
Right.
So I cannot wait.
So if I'm not mistaken, I think they make two of the kosher brands are actually blessed where Buffalo Trace has a rabbi come out and they bless a certain number of barrels, but the wheat one actually comes from the Weller line of bourbons.
That's correct.
And then they have a rye, and I'm not familiar where the rye comes from, but the wheat one is the highly sought after one. So I'm super stoked to taste this one.
I am too, man. I cannot wait.
I don't know if you guys out there can tell, but Kelly's already cracked the bottle. We're missing a couple of shots. So Kelly's got a little advance on the tasting on me, but I'm super excited to try this one today. Again, it is a sought after bourbon.
Right.
And how you came by it, man,
That's
isn't that great?
that's classified information.
That's top secret.
Yeah.
We'll keep it top secret. All right, sounds good. Hey, listen, Kelly and I both have sources to locate crazy and odd bourbons, and every week we love bringing them to you. So this week is Kosher, and Kelly's already got us a shot for it in our Glencairn. So let's check this one out. We'll look at our color first. Man, it's real soft.
Yeah, it
The
looks
color
like,
is.
looks
It's
like
real
about maybe a light amber.
light amber. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. Dark gold, light amber. It's in that wheelhouse.
Right.
Yeah. We'll put it to the nose. Put our beaks in there.
Yep.
Ooh.
I'm picking up a sweetness, a nice sweetness to it.
I got the sweetness.
Oh,
Citrus, maybe?
yeah, actually I am picking up a little citrus, maybe even a little bit of spice, which is kind of weird considering this is a wheat recipe. Very pleasant on the nose.
Man, that is really nice.
Mhm.
Really nice. Let's put it on the mouth and then throw it back and tell our viewers what we like about it.
Outstanding.
Man, very subtle. This is well, I think the rabbi got this one right. Dun 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 dun. Just joking, guys. Wow, it's real soft, real subtle.
It is.
It does taste like a little bit of cinnamon or cinnamon honey, maybe. So it's got some kind of spice, something going on. I do like the citrus though. Obviously, being a Mountain Dew fan, anytime Mountain Dew wants to sponsor Kelly and I, we're taking off.
Yeah. It has a real rich taste to it. A nice kind of like spiciness, but rich flavor It just sits really good.
It sits great on the mallet.
Yeah.
Mouthfeel is perfect.
Yeah.
And we'll go over this in a minute when we go through the book.
Yeah, I really like this.
This is a very nice one.
It is.
Great find, Kelly. Hey, listen, Kelly and I have been trying to wrap some of these episodes in. We've got a lot going on. Summertime's here. Kelly and I, we got families we deal with. We're juggling stuff. I've got a book that just got released, Useless Knowledge. Find me on Amazon. There's my plug.
Yep.
But we love coming to you guys every week. We're just going to make these episodes probably not as long as you guys are used to listening to. But every week we are going to give you a little bit of tidbit information. We'll keep hiding Easter eggs somewhere in this array or menagerie of bourbon bottles behind us. Somebody will find the Easter egg and throw it in the comments if you think you know what it is. But this week we wanted to talk about what actually makes bourbon a bourbon. So Kelly and I were talking, and there's really 5 rules that we came up with.
Yeah, 5 rules.
Bourbon County, the county itself, Bourbon County, Kentucky, was actually named before the spirit or the alcohol that we all drink and enjoy. And people would ask us sometimes, so it's got to come from Bourbon County to be bourbon, and that's not necessarily true. It just has to come from the United States, and it can still be classified as bourbon. But it's got to hit the 4 other rules as well. Now, saying that, 95% of the world's bourbon does come from Kentucky, and the best bourbon definitely comes from Kentucky. Kelly and I will both attest to that.
Absolutely.
And I think the second rule is it's got to be a new charred oak barrel.
New charred oak barrel, number 2.
So it's got to have that alligator char, that burnt charness on the inside of the new oak barrels.
Yep.
51% corn. That was rule 3. It's got to be 51% corn in the mash bill. And you can be 52, 53, 54, and then rye, grain, wheat, barley, whatever you want to add after that. But you've got to hit that 51% corn ratio in the mash bill. And all mash bills are 100%, 51 to 100%. And then I think we mentioned rule 5 was that when they pour it into the barrel, so when the mash is fermented and comes to a head, before they start filling barrels, it can never go into the barrel higher than a 125 proof. I believe that's what we've read.
That's what I've read, yes.
So that's a rule. And then the last rule is the only thing that they can add to fill it up or top it off during aging processes is water.
Yep.
And it's got to be nothing better than Kentucky spring water distilled come right from the limestone hills of Kentucky.
Limestone spring water.
So anyways, that's a little bit of knowledge and information, not so much useless knowledge, but I wanted to throw that one out to you guys this week and at least share a little bit of something. So every week we'll come to you. This week was Buffalo Trace Kosher. We've got the Buffalo family, which we're going to be bringing to you each and every week. And we hope you guys tune in and keep watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Always drink and drive responsibly. No, scratch that. Drink responsibly, never drink and drive. Let's do another shot.
Yeah, let's do it.
And that's a little bit of useless knowledge, or knowledge, however you guys want to take it. But listen, we want you to come to us each and every week. This week we did the Buffalo Trace, the Kosher, but we've got a plethora of other from Buffalo Trace, and each and every week we're going to come at you with something new, something crazy. Again, Kelly and I kind of preemptively hit the book before tasting it. We were both real interested in it. He had a few tastings of it. I wanted to add my 2 cents, which, by the way, is in my book, another useless plug for my useless knowledge. But let's talk about it real quick before we cut. Episode 18, Buffalo Trace Kosher. Super excited. This is a sought-after, hard-to-find one. This is the wheat recipe that you brought us.
Correct.
7-year
age.
94 proof. And then we both agreed that price range you said was between $35, $45. So it's in a great price range. The problem you viewers out there are going to have is it's only released once a year in the spring. So again, it's hard to find. It's not hard on the wallet, great on the taste buds.
Exactly.
It's a hard to find. It's one of those Moby Dicks, the white whale. You know, we're all looking for.
Exactly.
Color, we said it was a light amber. I went with a dark gold, so we kind of compromised on that one. This one was all over the wheelhouse. On one side, though, it doesn't have that woody smokiness.
No.
It's more of the dark fruity, the citrus, the sweetness, the body, the balance.
Yes.
Very, very well balanced, well bodied bourbon. Again, from the Weller family, Kelly had mentioned. So, because it's a bourbon, we've got the vanilla caramel. We all know that. Kelly and I both picked up on fruitiness.
A little bit of cherry. Yeah.
Like a dark cherry, a dark fruit.
Right.
I mentioned citrus. I think orange peel. Like maybe this would be a great cocktail, which I'm not making you today. But if I did, I would put an orange peel twist and drop it right in for my garnish. This would be great with some orange juice. I'm sure I could come up with a great recipe flavor. Maybe I'll spring that one on you guys next week. Overall, our final rating for the Kosher, on appearance, we gave it a 3.5. Now, when Kelly and I talk about appearance, we just had this conversation earlier before filming today. You know, we're not just talking about the color, but a lot of times we'll get an ornate bottle, and that does play some effect on the appearance of the bourbon itself. If it's corked, you know my version on corked bourbons.
If it's corked, it's the bomb.
It's the bomb, yeah. But they have ornate corks. We did Old Elk a couple of episodes ago, and that's got a real pretty cork on top. So, you know, all of these play into effect or factor in. So on appearance, we went 3.5.
Right.
Mostly based on color. Taste was a 4.5. This thing you guys would love this. If you can get your hands on it, 4.5. Great tasting bourbon.
Absolutely. Yep.
Mouthfeel 4.5, which breaks the overall rating down to a 4-barrel, but it's a strong 4-barrel.
Absolutely, it is.
Freaking strong 4-barrel, man. Anyways, listen, guys. Again, I wanted to point out, hit us up on the YouTube channel. Hopefully, you're listening to us on Spotify as well. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Always drink responsibly and never drink and drive. You guys tune in the next few weeks. We got a lot of stuff coming to you.
Take care.